Hey, so I have a bit of a lighter topic today for you guys. Music, right? Probably one of the most controversial, well, not controversial, but disputable and subjective types of medium. And yeah, I'd just like to talk about my personal relationship with and my history of music, and yeah, let's get into it. So, my f- the first time the first like instance I can remember of when I started formulating my own music taste that wasn't just dictated by whatever was playing on the radio at the time, was when I was about 10, 11, I think. I discovered this artist called Blacklight District. They're still a thing, um, but I don't listen to them as much, obviously. Um, it's sort of like a electronic um, rock band, kind of. I wouldn't call them metal necessarily, but it's sort of electronic rock. Um, and I discovered it that well, I shouldn't say they. I'm pretty sure it's just one guy. Um, but yeah, I discovered this artist around. I discovered him actually in one of those old Minecraft music videos. Yeah, I bet that brought back some memories for some of you guys. um, but yeah, I don't know what it was specifically that drew me to him. I think it was just like I just like the sound. I mean, what can I say? um, but yeah, that's what started to define my taste in music. Um, so I listened to him for like a good 2, maybe 3 years, until a friend put me on to Linkin Park. um, that was yeah, scratched a particular itch for me. Um, Basically, all of their songs are good in the first like three albums, and their particular mix of Mike Shinoda's rap verses and Chester Bennington's like heartfelt vocal performances in the choruses of their songs usually was very it was very touching to a little teen like me. Um, I don't know about their new album. I like the new vocalist because obviously Chester Bennington passed away. Rest in peace. Um, but yeah, I like the new vocalist is pretty good, but I don't know. The album itself, it feels forgettable. Like I listened to it a couple of times now, and I will admit that some of the songs have grown on to me. But overall, the album, I don't know. I don't like it that much. It doesn't feel as good as the previous albums. Also, I'm not sure how much of a hot take this is going to be, but I prefer Meteora, which is their second album, over Hybrid Theory, their debut. Um, it just feels like a more consistent album to me. Like there's more songs on it that I like, whereas Hybrid Theory, I know it has In the End, classic song, but other than that, I don't really remember that many songs off of it. Um, and also Minutes to Midnight is really underrated in my opinion. That's their third album. So, well, yeah, listen to it. It's good. Trust me. Um, but yeah, I'm getting sidetracked. Anyway, so around age 12, 13, 14, I was listening to Linkin Park, as well as some other artists like Starset, I think, and I think a little bit of Skillet. Um, but yeah, I don't remember any other artists I would have known at that point. Or well, I would have known of it. Oh wait, no, Imagine Dragons. Yeah, I would have listened to a lot of Imagine Dragons back then as well because I my music taste was just idiosyncratic, to put it mildly. But uh, but yeah, so around 2020 ish, so I would have been 14, I believe, at that time. I was playing this. I was playing this game. I got on the Steam sale called Sleeping Dogs. Great game, by the way. It's really cheap and it's absolutely worth it. So pick it up if you can. And one of the in-game radio stations had the song My Curse by Killswitch Engage, and that song fucking it changed my whole outlook on music. Honestly, I wasn't keen on the screaming at first, on the screaming vocals, but once I once I heard that chorus with Howard Jones's incredible operatic vocal, like straight up operatic, like symphonic, like vocals, that like it was incredible. I I I was hooked immediately, and I just kept listening to the song, and it kind of just like, even the screaming and the growling vocals kind of just grew on me, and it was just that's what started my taste in like in proper like metal, I think. Now, of course, it's up to you if you consider metalcore to be metal, but shut up, it is metal. Whatever, I don't care. But yeah, so from there, I just sort of expanded what I was doing, what I'm doing, what I listened to. But I still mostly prefer metalcore and yeah, metalcore and some atmospheric stuff like Agalok and Alcest. I guess you'd consider that like atmospheric or like transcendental, whatever, right? Um, and I also this around 2022, I guess 2023 maybe. I started delving into the classics like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, and a funny thing actually about Judas Priest, I first discovered that band in Watch Dogs 2 of all things. Um, that had the song Turbo Lover in it, and it was really cool. I, it seems like a different song compared to like the rest of the songs that Judas Priest does, which is really interesting to me. But yeah, Watch Dogs 2 has a surprisingly like good um soundtrack. Um there's like a decent mix of different types of genres, right? You got Creedence Clearwater Revival, you got Judas Priest, you got Megadeth. It's really surprising, by the way. I did not expect Megadeth to be like anywhere near like a Ubisoft game of all things, right? But yeah, Megadeth, and there was like also a bunch of like I want to say punk rock, not really punk rock, but like college rock, like bands, none of which anyone would have heard of at all, but they're pretty, they're okay. Also, mostly nostalgia out of that game. Um, but yeah, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath. Um, also, Accept. That's a German band. That I really like a lot. Udo Dirkschneider's vocals are pretty interesting. Um, it's kind of like a mix of AC/DC and I don't know. I guess that they're mostly their own thing. It's like I can't really say they're a mix of anything. They're just listen to them. They're pretty good. Pretty good. But yeah, I just want to say that old like 70s, 80s, 90s metal. It's like a lot of people my age think that it's not accessible, I guess. When it's surprisingly accessible. Like you could listen to it now and you can enjoy it. Like it's not something that's too old for us to enjoy, you know. So I just want to dispel like the myth that old metal is only for old people, you know. It's like the people who say that classical was only for like old library archivists, archive managers, or like whatever the hell, right? It's not. I mean that kind of music's popular for a reason, you know. It means it if it's like if it stood the test of like 500 years of time. I mean, it's like there's probably some merit to it, right? So I just want to say that, like, keep your mind open, when it comes to music. You might be, um, I don't want to say stuck, but you might be within a sort of bubble where you're stuck within the same sort of genre that you've been listening to for a long time, and that might make it difficult for you to, um, branch out, listen to other things. But I think that's what you should do. Like, there is just, like, even within metal itself, there's so much diversity that that I, I feel like I don't even need to branch out into other genres, because there's just everything that fits like every sort of mood. Like, there's power metal and modern thrash for whenever I want to work out. There's atmospheric black metal, doom metal when I want to chill and just a vibe sort of. There's I mean, there's just metal for like every sort of like instance. There's Iron Maiden for when I want to feel cultured, because funny thing actually, a lot of Iron Maiden songs are inspired by books, history, and a lot of stuff. And in fact, one of their most famous songs, "The Trooper," is inspired by an old poem, "Charge of the Light Brigade." I know some of you guys watching have studied that poem for English class, so that might bring back some bad memories. But I don't care. It's a cool poem. It's a cool song. Listen to it. It's really good. But but yeah, I guess sometimes it just makes me feel smarter when I'm listening to music that's inspired by um, that kind of material. Uh, but yeah, recently also I started listening to music by album rather than by song. I'm kind of ashamed to have done that, to have made that transition so late. I only like started doing that maybe last year. Um, but actually, Wikipedia is really good for discovering new music, because it often says like if you Google a particular band, it says what musical movement they were part of, so to speak, what movement, what genre, whatever. And when you click on that movement, it shows you more artists of within that would be similar, I guess, to what you're listening to, and it's really cool. And for albums, a good way to listen to them is on PC with YouTube Music, because once you obviously you want to have an ad blocker, but once you do that, it's really really convenient to just uh, listen to your artist, whichever artist you want by album. Also, it makes a sort of mix of that art that artist's songs, and basically it's really convenient. Basically, just try it out, right? It's better than paying for Spotify or whatever. But yeah, that's how I discover new music personally. I've discovered a lot of good bands recently, actually, that I really like, and that I would like to recommend to you guys. But I recognize that maybe some of you aren't inclined to enjoy metal. That's fine. It's fine. Of course, everyone's entitled to their opinions. But but the message I'd just like to leave with you guys is just be open minded. You never know what might appeal to you. You never know what sort of thing might be your thing. So just be open to discovery. It's that's what helped me get where I am today in terms of music, and in terms of you know just being in terms of cultural development also. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you want, maybe I'll do something like a album ranking, or maybe I'll go through like the history of some of the bands that I'm interested in. Um, that's something I would like to do. So if you guys want to see that, then just stick around. I don't know, do whatever the hell it is that YouTube wants you to do. Smash the like button, subscribe, and all that. But yeah, no. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys maybe later. Yeah, see ya.